Yes, it's showtime. Well, happy leap day, everyone. Happy leap day. What is leap? Well, it's leap year, right? You thought you were done with February, but no, you had to uh, break on to the other side into March tomorrow, not today. Oh, this day only happens every 4 years. Think about that. If you were born on leap day, 4 years later, you would be 1 year old. Is that the way it works? And then, 4 more years after that, when you should be 8 years old, you're actually 2 years old. Is that the way it works? I mean, that would be confusing, would it not, to have a leap year baby? When would you just celebrate every 4 years? And how could you do it otherwise? Would it be the 28th? Would it be March 1st? I would think new beginnings, and it would be March 1st for some people, but I don't know. These are above my pay grade. We have some people in here finally, not in the chat, but lurking. Um, Sorry for the few minute delay. I was actually talking to Justin K. Sweet, aka Chrome Dog, aka help me out on my campaign or it'll never happen. Um, just an awesome guy to work with. It is not my desire to drive him crazy. My printer may, though. I'm going to have to go buy my printers today and pick up all the physical copies of what she got scanned and sent to him. I've been doing a bunch of head sketches for everyone, every physical backer, maybe even some of the digital, uh, will receive a free head sketch on the campaign. I had her scan a bunch of those. Got one more ready for her, almost two, and then there's some others started. I might have another one in there that I was working on, that new swamp kind of monster thing. But anyway, yeah, I'm liking that first drawing of the swamp monster even more than I kind of did the squinty eyed version of him. Uh, See what that would look like. But this, I like that first drawing with the claws, the hands up there. I like that kind of Sigmund the sea monster like. These things sticky. Those Sid Croft live action things stick with you even 50 years later. It's a nightmare, I tell you. But a happy leap year, everyone. I don't know how you would do the birthday on a. I mean, you wouldn't want to do it every 4 years, right? You wouldn't want to celebrate the birthday only every 4 years. That would suck for the person, right? I mean, it would be happy second birthday and you're 8 years old. Happy third birthday and you're 3 years old at 12. It's weird. But what would you celebrate your birthday on? Would it be like the last day of February or the 1st of March on years where your birthday didn't fall? It's kind of strange. Kind of strange. Leap year is one of my favorite days because it is so strange. It only comes around for every 4 years, so it's not to be squandered. And there's only going to be so many of them in your life, only a handful in your life. It's kind of like Halley's Comet. Some people live and die without seeing Halley's Comet. I did see it back in the 80s. I yeah, okay, it's a streak across the sky. They make a big deal out of it. Okay. I was in college then. I probably will not live long enough to see it again. Some people could live long enough to see it twice, maybe when they're extremely young, extremely old. Uh, Thank you, Tom of Reckoning, for liking this over on Twitter. Appreciato. Happy. I don't mean to speak foreign speak. Appreciato. That's foreign for appreciate it. I have to explain these things. I don't know why, but thanks for Godfo for coming on yesterday. For Rick coming on, it was fun. Thank you, Dan Pleagle, last night for shilling my book. If anything was accomplished, and I haven't checked in today to see if there was any backers or anything from that, but or since then. But I shall do that right now. But I did get in contact with Renee. Irene. No new backers to report today. Wah wah. But we'll be adding some maybe today if Justin gets to it. He's on his way to work. Probably listening right now. He's a lurker. He did add the tapestry, the bog tapestry. I need to send out let's see if I can copy that image, and then go over to Twitter and see what that looks like if I drop that image. May not be, oh, yeah, that looks good, man. High res tapestry now up. I have to go over the campaign and go, how do you spell tapestry? That's tape street. Okay. All right. Tape. Challenge, folks. Tell you, some days it just doesn't pay. Or S try. How about that? S try. You have to break these things down. I really have tried to, not be billboarding the messages. But the great thing about so many characters and offering so many different things, artwork or head sketches or something, is you always have something to talk about that's new. I could have actually dropped this yesterday, but was busy and remembered it a couple times, forgot about it. Tapestry now up on Fund My Comic. I've been really trying to advertise Fund My Comic in this because I will be sticking for the near future exclusively with Fund My Comic, and I think that's the best way to go. At very latest tomorrow, there will be some sketch cards. Maybe later today. So just be checking if you're interested. I'll send out a thing because it's like first come first serve on these. These are one of a kind items. We forget about that. These things are one of a kind items. The bookmarks, we're talking original art here, so you'll have the only one in the universe. How cool is that? Let me get the link and put up there with it, and then we'll have a post on X. Woohoo! Not a lot of people have seen my post. That might have been, kind of a downer, and why I didn't do more yesterday. Although I sent out a few. That looks pretty dope, actually, in the black light colors. It'll look even better than that once it's complete. Produced. It'll actually looks better than what's pictured here. Doc, good morning, Doc. Send you the link. Are you available? Pages. See, Gable's demanding pages. That makes me want to rebel and not do pages at all, Gable, and delay the book and blah blah blah, and be late for a couple years. And things work opposite in me. Actually, I have been thinking about something that I definitely am going to put on one of the pages. It's just I have been working on that. No pages sounds like we shall not be named. What does that mean, Gable? I do not. I mean, you cryptic speak. What the hell? I would if it was muted on this work call. What? You'll have to drop it here or on Facebook. Can't get into Twitter. Okay. Um, I'm just saying. Okay, what you mean pages for like story pages, Gable? Because we do have the Grave Tales Bog Story pages scanned, and can drop some new ones on there. Should I take stuff down? Like the first bookmarks, okay, no takers. I'll take them down or switch out. I don't know if he can switch out the images or he's talking discount. Maybe I could discount some of those. I wouldn't mind discounting some of the bookmarks I put up. I mean, a little bit and putting up some new. Clarify yourself if you would, Gable. Hey, Doc.
Good morning. Good morning.
I think Gable was wanting, let's see, campaign updates with a new page or two. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can definitely do that. He has all of the Devil Flyer story, all of the. I will send Justin a thing on that to all the Grave Tale story scanned. I will definitely have him put up a new page or two on that. I think the thing is, and he did it in like the write up. I really didn't get the write up that I wanted on it. I think most people want to know, what is this about? That's what I really need to sit down and retool. Huh?
Always. They want to know what's this about? What's the story?
What's the story, right? What is this all about, right? Yeah, and I think I could do a better job on that. Yeah,
Rex.
What?
I'm on my old computer right now, which means I was able to get back into my YouTube channel. The new computer, I put it in the shop yesterday because the lag on it made your computer look fast.
Oh, crap.
So I took it back.
It's amazing it didn't crash.
I know. So I took it back to dude, told him what was going on. He's going to pull the hard drive out of it and just pop it into a brand new computer and give it to me this evening, instead of just trying to troubleshoot this, that, and the other thing. And he said he would load it up and have it running all day to make sure there was no lag and blah, blah, blah. So looking forward to that. But the upside is, by using my old computer, I was able to log right into my Doc Blaylock YouTube channel that I couldn't even remember. I couldn't even remember the Gmail account that was associated with it, but now I've got it.
Oh, good. And was that the one where your painting channel?
No. I could get in my painting channel. Couldn't get into the comic book one. Good morning, Nikki.
So now you'll start broadcasting out of that?
I'll be able to return to broadcasting, yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Was it that you were going through sort of pops on your...
Yeah, I could broadcast to my YouTube channel as long as it was in the destinations on StreamYard. But I couldn't log into it to upload videos, download videos.
Right. Now you have access to all the old content and
yes.
Yeah. Great. Sounds like my phone. I bought an upgrade of the SIM card, stuck the new SIM card in there. Once I went to AT&T and he gave me one of those little jabby things. I tried other little things. And you're afraid you're going to mess it up. You really need one of those little tools to pop that tray open so that you can put that tiny little chip in. So I put the new one in, and then it's like, well, I want to send you a verification number, but can you put your old card in? And I said, son of a... I've already been on the phone and this and that. And so I've still got the old one in, and the new one's sort of bagged up with all the And it's been that way since I bought it.
Yeah.
For about a month.
And mind you, the old computer here is running on Windows 7. And having now been exposed to Windows 11 on the new one, I hate Windows 11. Windows 7 was perfect. So I went looking.
Yeah, I'm on Windows 7.
I went looking, Rex. And if you upgrade to Windows 11, you can reskin Windows 11 to look like and function like Windows 7. Then why did you update it?
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, tech support for one, if you need it, but I have a friend that, kind of looks over my computer. My computer would have crashed by now, Doc, if he hadn't have done whatever he's done to my computer already.
Yeah. Did you get the stuff straightened out with the bank? Remember you said LZ?
Oh yeah. I mean, I went that day. I had an appointment at the printer, so I couldn't really talk about it. I was like blown away and had to process that. And at first I thought I was overdrawn, and I'm like, how am I overdrawn even $6 and something? Oh, $600 and something. Okay.
Yeah, I had a meltdown.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't have time to have a meltdown. I had to get over there and have a meeting at the printers. And so I came back to the bank, said, I'm going to go back by there, and said, what was that about? Oh, okay, that has nothing to do with me. Please cancel that. And they did, and everything's fine. Copacetic in the universe again.
Good deal.
I've reached nirvana, and I'm almost at the climax, the apex. So anyway, happy leap year, Doc.
Leap
you get an extra year this. Would your birthday be on the February 28th or March if you were a leap year baby? Because you really couldn't celebrate it every 4 years. That'd be a little awkward.
Yes, you could, by God. All the babies being born today, just know that you will always be younger than the rest of us, no matter what.
Okay, so when you're 12, you're celebrating your 3rd birthday, and there's 3 candles on your birthday cake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that a little weird? I mean, as it goes by, the time lapse is going to become more prominent.
I mean, when you're 40 years old and you're celebrating your 10th birthday.
Yeah, that's a little strange, Doc. Just saying.
Think about all the babies being born today.
No, I really don't want to think about that today, but give it too much. I'd maybe like to be trying to make a baby, but anyway, that's
Rex. Jesus. You have something to say, now would be a perfect time to keep it to yourself.
Okay. All right. Well, Doc, you're the one pressing the buttons. I'm just here. Nikki says childbirth looks like one of the most terrifying things to ever happen to a human being, which is why I didn't do it. I know, right?
I was listening, Rex. I was listening to some of my female friends in the art group that I'm in locally, and they were talking about their kids. And Christine, my crazy one, she said they were talking about their number of kids, and one of them said, "Well, 2 kids was enough for me." He. And my friend Christine doesn't miss a beat. She said, "Yeah, 1 was enough for me, but I had 3."
I can totally down with that. Hell yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, a woman's, is it pelvis or hip? I mean, they're actually, their bones are broken, aren't they? During it's definitely, huh?
They're built for it.
Yeah, I know, but isn't something actually broke in childbirth?
Sometimes the pubic bone in the front has we call it a suture line. It's a growth line. And it will separate sometimes during birth.
Yeah. Well,
Nikki
painful nonetheless.
Nikki says, my aversion to childbirth and being pregnant probably stems from seeing Alien way too young. She says, during childbirth, your will to live gets broke. Yes. Things get broke.
Yeah. Well, what you do is grab the guy. Well, maybe this would prevent future births. While the nurse is telling you to push, you squeeze his testicles. And he'll never do that again.
Rex, no, Rex. No.
Honey, I'll hold your hand through this process. I don't want your hand. I want to know that you'll never do this to me again.
Lord have mercy. All right, I need a fresh cup of coffee.
A little spicy, a little, All right, go get your coffee, Doc. Baby's milk, So, anyway, Bog, Black Tapestry up there. And Doc, are you there? Nah, he's getting coffee. Need to tell him that the original artwork is up there because half of the funds will go to Doc. If you do buy anyone buys the original artwork that goes to the tapestry, they will get a tapestry with it. Probably along with a book too, because I'm just kind of a generous guy, and maybe all the Chotskys as well, huh? Make it worth your while. Half the money will go to Doc and half to me. Tree Goblin says childbirth is just the start of the real horror.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Doc, he did put up the original Bog artwork for what you were asking, $300. Half of it goes to you, half of it to me. If we sell it, I'm going to be generous and give them a tapestry along with the artwork and maybe a book too.
Okay.
And the Chotskys probably. The whole 9 yards. Nikki says, I was about a 9-year-old little girl when I figured out I didn't want kids. Yeah. Some people are like that, Chris. Or Nikki. It's hard to see Chris, It's kind of weird, right? Call you by your husband's name. I was hoping like Chris was a short thing, you were actually named Chris. That stood for like a female name, sort of short for a female name, like Christina or something. Did you get your coffee, Doc? That was awful quick.
I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get my printer to get motivated sometimes, or find the time to get the files, the scans, the files, when I need them. She absolutely came through and sent everything, though. She sometimes overachieves all those head sketches that I had, that I just wanted a record of. She sent all those too. So there's a lot to download, and they're high-res scans, I think, so they take a while to download, and then he has to pick through and figure out what actually needs to be put up on the campaign. So she kind of overachieved there a little bit. But I was on Dan Pleagle's last night, and if nothing else came out of it, I got Renee came in the chat, and we reconnected on Twitter. I don't know why I couldn't. I've told her about this before when she was on Red Valkyries, I think, with me a couple times, but she never has sent me a message. She sent me a message last night, and we're reconnected on Twitter, so that's good. And she also said if she would be happy to do me a commission sometime, and I'm like, woohoo,
nice.
Yeah. which probably, you know, money wise won't be anytime soon. So, you know, maybe later this year. Maybe. I don't know. I've got a book to print out and all this other stuff to make. Rex, it really sounds like things are going smoothly with your book. I'm so happy for you. Thank you, Nikki. Yeah, they're trudging along. You know, we're down to what, day 4? 4 more days left on the first 30 days. Wow, this is a good one. I wonder if that's an early picture of Barbara Stanwyck. Bet you that's early Barbara Stanwyck. That's quite compelling. I love to do the little eye things when he sends them out. Check this out. I don't know if that's Barbara Stanwyck or not. Might not be, but it could very well be one of her early Hollywood pictures. Barbara Stanwyck was a gray-haired older lady on Big Valley when I was growing up. And you too, Doc.
Yep.
Does that look like Barbara Stanwyck to you, maybe?
That looks like Ava Gardner.
No, that's not Ava Gardner. I can tell you that. No.
Okay, Rex. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to have a thought.
Well, my son was 13 the other day. Oh, cool, Tree Goblin. Maybe if I could have been guaranteed boys, I might have tried it. I don't know. Definitely not Joan Crawford. No, it's not Joan Crawford. Hey, Carrie.
Good morning, Carrie.
I'd probably be wrong with Barbara Stanwyck, but it could have been her when she was younger, but I can't 100. I'm pretty good when it comes to facial recognition, you know. Although after a few years, you know, I told my ex-wives, what are you doing here? Anyway.
Yes, Carrie, it was that computer. I had to put it in the shop. The lag was unbelievably bad.
Why do you think that is?
I think it was overheating. But I don't care as long as they fix the situation, and they are doing so. Thank God it was under warranty.
Buster Crab.
I carried it in the door and I put it down on their workbench. And very nice couple my age that runs the place. What's going on? I said, I am not happy. Let's make me happy. And they said, okay.
Do you know what this is from, Doc?
Is that Flash Gordon?
That is Buster Crab as Flash Gordon. You are correct. I couldn't tell you if it's Conquers the Universe or Travels to Mars or, you know, some other thing he did. But yeah, that's definitely Buster Crab. Former Olympic swimmer, medalist winner in the Olympics for swimming, kind of like Johnny Weissmuller, who did Tarzan. He was an Olympic swimmer. They were friends. I know they knew each other.
I'm still waiting on a Buck Rogers Flash Gordon crossover.
That would be cool. Flash Gordon, you know, Buck Rogers predates even Flash Gordon.
Yep.
I think Buck Rogers came out in 1934. Flash came out a little bit later. Buster Crab did play a movie serial about Buck Rogers. He played both Buck Rogers, Flash Gordon, and Tarzan. That man, not Batman. Batman has a seriously coiffed head of hair. Yeah. Well, it was the 30s, right? I have a book from, I believe it came out, it's a small little book that came out in 1971. Bought it on eBay, Doc, years ago. And it has a picture of, I guess, from the early 70s of Johnny Weissmuller and Buster Crabbe with a mustache, because he wore a mustache in later life, when he was on the Buck Rogers show in the early 80s. He was on one episode. He had the little mustache. Good morning, Kate. I hope you're feeling better.
Good
She's been
morning,
kind of
Kate.
under the weather the last week or so.
I have missed you, Kate. I haven't seen you around. I asked somebody about you yesterday.
She's been sick, Doc. Yeah, a little bit. So. But now this little book that I had has them, the picture was taken at, I think in New York at the Play Bunny Penthouse or something. Anyway, it's signed by Buster Crabbe.
Oh, bless your heart, Kate. Well, I hope you're recovering well.
I didn't want to tell people you had pneumonia, but if you want to tell them, that's fine. Yeah.
I will be praying for you, my friend.
Yeah, you don't want to get pneumonia. You want to give it away. Never want pneumonia. Never want bronchitis. There's the rooster.
Man, they had a gang war happening. There were 4 roosters and their broods that met in my front yard and decided they were going to have them a
I know you were on here when that happened.
Yeah, it just kept increasing. It started with 2, and then a third one came over, and he was a little one. Then the big daddy came walking down the valley. He was like, "Hey, I need y'all to shut up. This is my turf."
Yeah. I'd be having some fried chicken, just saying. I couldn't deal with that much, but I guess you have to when you have neighbors that want livestock, right?
Well, these are remnants of a family that years ago wanted to have some livestock. They got evicted and left their chickens, and they became the neighborhood scourge.
Oh, no, hell no. I'd be having a snipe hunt.
And you would think,
up with chicken.
That the feral cats would go to war with them. No, the cats are afraid of them. Nikki says, my neighbors used to have a rooster that used to have a rooster. Okay. He would crow at 3 a.m. I don't know what happened to him. I didn't do anything, I swear.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to get rid of the roosters, especially if no one owned them. They're fair game.
They're fair game, but I don't want to do that, Rex.
Okay. I get to live and let live.
They don't really bother me.
Okay. As long as they don't bother you. I'm telling you, I would probably have to have some fried chicken.
I mean, if I felt like going through
all
the
that,
trouble,
especially if it woke me up.
If I felt like going to all the trouble of killing it and plucking it and butchering it and then cooking it, I would, but I don't feel like doing all that. A lot of work goes into that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Rex is shopping through Twitter for something to share.
No, I'm just fascinated by this thing that she did where she puts a stand in like a pond and then a glass thing over that and, put some feed up in there. And so frogs and fish go up in there and you can see them above water. That's pretty cool. I'm always searching for inspiration, Doc. Like this killer piece. This is a Jack Kirby piece I've never seen. Check that out. Dr. Doom. Raw pencils.
Very cool.
You know, that was one thing that Roz Kirby and Jack Kirby did.
Hello, Margot.
Hello, Margot. I was thinking about you earlier today, as a matter of fact, and your wee little garden and your babies. That she did a couple videos where she's washing her dogs, and they're beautiful, beautiful. You know, they're more beautiful than your chickens. Just saying. How has the weather been over in Scotland? I know I have a Doc was right. Rex is just browsing his Twitter. Laugh out loud. My Muppets, right? She calls them her Muppets. Yeah, you really should check out Margot's channel. I don't know how much she's been posting of late, but you can sometimes catch her over on other people's channels. Nasal rinsing helps. Advice on how to clean those sinuses. Yes. Get a new Vage. Clean those nasal passages. So you know, this is the time of pollen. Have you seen any pollen yet, Doc?
Not yet.
I have, because I parked my truck out front and the pollen's on the windshield and truck. That black shows up everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mine's dark blue. Same thing.
Boosting your oxygen is always advisable. You know, cancer hates oxygen, for one thing. Just saying. You haven't put a video out in 2 months, feeling guilty. Well, you'll do something about animals. That gets a lot of views. Your garden probably would too. Even if it's like I'm weeding it to prepare it for spring. I'm ready for spring this year, Doc.
Oh, man. I'm always ready.
Yeah. Not much of a winter guy, huh?
No. You know, Carrie, I haven't seen it.
What's he asking you about?
Did I see
Eyeball?
the eyeball she made for Lori?
Well, she could send it to me and I would show it. She did make a let me just bring it up and show you from the campaign. And then I'll show what she made. All the way to the bottom of the campaign. Oh, there is the Momentum Concepts fuse bomb, right?
Oh, I see it now, Carrie. Very nice.
Carrie made me a fuse bomb, Doc. That's in my Momentum Concepts logo.
Here, I will show the eyeball she made.
Okay, I'd like to see that one. I haven't seen that. Hey, Mrs. G.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. She made me a bomb. That's pretty cool there.
Very nice. Very nice.
She does crochet. Yep.
Very cool, Carrie.
I'm getting around to showing the bomb. We had to show the eyeball first.
Good stuff. Good morning to you.
Oh.
And please give my regards to the mister.
Okay. Yeah, Doc beat you to it. Yep. Meatloaf lovers. I do love me some good meatloaf, Mrs. G.
I do too. Not gonna lie, one of my favorite foods. My mother made the best meatloaf. Oh my God, it was good.
It is officially spring in Florida and it's beautiful. I'm sneezing 20 times an hour, Nikki says.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pollination is
So
going on.
we had been in the 70s for the last several days until last night. A storm came in and brought a cold front with it. So it was 46 when I woke up, which is not terrible, but you know, it ain't spring.
Are they bringing afros back?
What?
Well, you said you were in the 70s. Are they bringing afros
Oh,
back?
Jesus Christ, Rex. No, no,
Oh, okay.
no, Rex, no. Just no.
Okay, there. Now the shadow threw me off. It looked like a blackened strawberry or something, you know, but with
Oh, that's
blue.
cool.
Yeah, the little bomb.
Very cool. Very cool,
Yeah.
Carrie. Good morning, Shadowhawk. Good to see you.
I will absolutely treasure and prize that, Carrie. That's awesome. I used to crochet with my grandmother, Doc, and the last time I crocheted, though, was maybe 1989. I crocheted something to stuff in another. You know, I had an old door that was missing a panel. Actually, a couple panels, and I took like this netting material and then sprayed my design on it, and then put it on the back of the door where the panel would be, and then at the top had just had a small little panel up at the top missing, so I crocheted like this red piece that kind of went with the red and black of the design, that was in the bottom piece, and then I hung this door up with the key underneath it, the old style keys, and that was my art. That was my sculpted piece uh, that year when I was a senior or pretty close to like a senior. And
So the tornado ripped the storm door off my front door, and I want to get a plain old screen door for my front door. I'm talking about with a spring on it that creaks when you open it.
mm-hmm.
I want one.
And usually has like a spring to bring it back, and it clump.
That's what I mean.
Always closes really hard.
Yep, I want one.
Yeah. I grew up with that, Doc.
Same.
Yeah. Now I would probably like one of those old, late 1800s houses that had the porch that went all the way around the house.
Yep.
That would be cool.
Yes.
That way you can adjust for the sunlight, or the wind or whatever. Just have rocking chairs all around that thing. Or something, a swing little porch, a swing little.
Yeah, I have no porch on this house. I had a deck in the back.
Yeah.
But we never really we're not deck people.
Yeah, I'm not a deck person either.
Give me a patio instead.
I have a concrete patio out back that's very nice, and it's private. Even though I don't have a fence, it's private, and it's pretty cool.
I would rather tear that deck down and just pour a slab out there and have the stairs going down to that little patio. Nikki says, as a consequence of her, she had to cut her cigarette smoking down to less than half. It's like some kind of nightmare. Yes, I'm with you.
Noisy thing, yeah. Yeah, well, sleep apnea for a lot of people.
Yeah, my wife's doing a consult for her sleep study today. And I told her, you don't need the sleep study. I've seen you sleep, you snore. But you don't have sleep apnea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just want to see what the doctor says. Okay. Hello, Apex. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Apex. Good morning to you. Happy Leap Day. Think about that, Doc. This day only comes around every 4 years.
I know.
Kind of
That's what
special,
I'm saying.
actually. Huh?
Yeah. I'm thinking about the kids that are born today.
Okay. I'm thinking about making some kids today. But anyway,
Rex.
well, I mean, if you're going to
You
be
gotta
creepy,
find
I'm going to be
look. You
creepy.
got to find a woman that'll hold still long enough.
Isn't that true? My God. Wow. When you put it that way, I just want to off myself. Golly. Look at that Hogan's Hero collection. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Although, it's a little controversial to have maybe a German helmet in your house. I'm just saying.
Nah,
It's context, right?
those are the technically World War One helmets.
Oh boy, an extra day of misery every 4 years. I'm so very happy.
Right?
Yeah. This was the day when women asked the men for their hand in marriage.
It starts
Yeah,
off
every
at
4
the Russian
years.
helmet. Yes.
Isn't that? It may be. Yeah, maybe. Come see, come saw.
Every time I ever got married, the woman asked me. I've never asked anyone to marry me.
Is that still a thing? I don't know. I don't think it's much of a thing. It's not in America. Usually the men ask the women, and usually the women, I wouldn't say usually, but they say no often. Oh, you must have seen the other one. Yeah, actually there's two helmets there. One that Hogan's cap is on. I didn't even see that one. I just
There's a
saw the
Wehrmacht.
soldier one.
Yeah, that's a
That's
Wehrmacht cap in the back. That's what
uh-huh.
Schultz wore.
Yeah.
But the one that the Air Force hat is on, or Army Air Corps, is the old Prussian style.
I'm surprised he doesn't have one a clink. Hogan. That's clink. If you look at Hogan's cap there, right? That red photo back there. I'm sure that's clink in his little cap.
Yes.
Yeah. Hogan. The lead actor that played Hogan, he was a sexual deviant beast, according to
his
all
death
accounts.
remains unsolved.
Yeah. Diana Shore, heavenly birthday today. She died in 1994 at age 77.
I got to
Remember
take my
Diana
medicine,
Shore? Huh?
I'm sitting here waiting to feel better, as the day goes on, and I'm waking up. And I'm like, I'm only continuing to feel worse. Why is that? Oh, you haven't taken your medicine yet. You see, because at my age, Rex, and in my current health, every day that you wake up, you're just moving closer to death.
Oh my God. Okay.
So you have to take the medication that pulls you back from that.
Well, I mean, if I miss a day, we're probably taking pretty much pills always help, Duck. Yeah, Bob Crane's legendary home movie collection.
Yeah. Listen, Bob
Where's
Crane
Crane's
wasn't getting up to
monocle?
anything that any of the rest of them weren't. He just got caught.
Hey, Shadowhawk. It's sprinkling now. Got to go inside, Kate says. Duck Blaylock. Yes.
Whack, 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 whack. Don't tell the lies, Matt.
He's a quack. I've told you that.
Oh, you go straight to hell.
Well, okay. Wow. Very Christian of you to say so.
I
No.
don't want to hear it, Mr. I want to be making a baby. Jesus. I need coffee. I'll be right back.
Look, God ordained that. That's sacrosanct. Leave that alone. Always the coffee. Can't hang with the discussion. Let's go get coffee. Sure. And that's my story, and nothing to it. Whatever happened to like cheesecake days, where you could like, ooh, see stuff like this. Very classy. I have to feed my dog Han Solo. Really? Han Solo? Han, come here, Han. What a name for a dog. I'd be more apt to call him Chewbacca. Wow, thank you for sharing. Bring it up again. We'll vote on it.
Yeah.
It is an election year.
I don't like being cold in my studio. This is unpleasant.
Yeah.
It's unpleasant.
Yeah.
So I was doing a sketch card for another campaign. And for some reason, I had it in my head that I was doing a pinup for them. So, I'm doing all these smooth inks and I'm going to go get it scanned. And then it dawned on me, why am I doing this? It's just a sketch card. So I stopped.
Yeah.
So I have two different neighbors who are having extensive landscaping work done. Everybody's still recovering from the tornado. So to my east side neighbors, 2 houses up, they've got a bobcat, and they're releveling the ground where a tree got uprooted. And then to the west over here, they had multiple trees come down. They got hit worse than we did. And they're in there with, and they're on a steep hill. They're on the rim of the valley. So they've got one of those, I don't know what you call them, the big bucket scooper thingies that are tracked. They're tearing up the side yards of the hill.
Yeah. That's got to be.
It's a mess. And here it is over a year later, and it's still a mess.
Yeah. Something like that. I mean, the 1973 tornado that came through here changed the demographics of things, and it's still felt today. It changed the history of the town, the look of the town. We had a burger that was hit, and
a what?
A burger chef.
Mm.
They were kind of like McDonald's, Burger King.
I remember Burger Chef. Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody did characters like George Perez. Look at that, man.
George is the man.
Gotta love George. Back to work and lurk. Yep. March 1st, Cheesecake Day. Yeah. Take care, Kate. I hope you stay dry and well. Get over
Is
that.
Kate leaving us?
Kate, it started to sprinkle. She was outside on her phone. Probably she had to go in. Probably not good to be out, with pneumonia and damp conditions, right?
Uh, I feel like I've got pneumonia this morning.
Wow, speak that into existence. Sure, fine.
Yeah, whatever. I don't believe in that stuff.
I do. Words have meaning.
Then speak wealth into existence right now.
Wealth into existence for Rex and Doc, because I'm a generous guy. There.
My only prayer is always, God bless me as you see fit. However you want to do it.
Oh, now this is a dope ass. Look at there. Yeah, there's your dope ass Harley Quinn with Big Barda.
That's
Just for you, Carrie.
That does nothing for me.
I know, but Carrie's favorite character is Harley Quinn, and the only reason I show some Harley stuff is because of her. That and maybe we'll get on. Oh my gosh, giant Venezuelan centipede. Oh hell no! You want to see a giant centipede? Look at that thing.
I don't want it to be.
Hi, yeah.
Huh?
I don't want that to be.
I don't either, but it does exist. That's one reason not to go to
want it
Venezuela.
to be, Rex.
Oh, okay. You want me to do away with it now? He'll probably eat it here in a moment.
I don't want it to be.
Yeah. Well, God thought differently, Doc. God thought differently. I'm sure it serves a purpose somewhere.
I don't want it to be.
Someone posted this for leap day. Use Carter's little nerve pills, a cure for nervousness and what is that word, Doc?
What is it? Dyspepsia, indigestion.
Dyspepsia. Don't be nervous. Okay. Cyberfrog before his powers. His cybernetic enhancement. Now, see I hear you clicking, Doc.
I'm checking my messages, Rex.
Oh, okay. You're checking your messages. I'm just looking for content on Twitter.
It's that time of the day when, for some reason, everybody thinks this is the time to reach out.
Yeah, well, I only got
and
one.
I'm not the host. I can do whatever I want.
I only got one thing to say to you, Doc. Watch it.
Stop that.
Suck it, loser.
If it weren't for choppy ass theater, that would have been good.
Oh my! Sometimes I just entertain myself. Somebody clip that. Oh my goodness!
You need to send me that link. I'll clip that and use it in my studio.
Suck it, loser. Yeah. No, you don't like my content. In fact, you disparage my content.
I most certainly do not disparage your content, Rex. When have I ever done that?
Oh, well, suck it, loser. Yes, I will send that to you, Doc. Doing it right now.
I mean, I won't get it till this evening because I can't get on Twitter, but you know.
Why can't you get on Twitter? I meant to ask you that.
Because I don't remember the new password I made for the new computer, and if I change it again, I'll I'll cause a rift in the space-time continuum.
Mm-hmm. Yesterday, Doc, I don't know if you knew, but Richard Lewis, the comedian, he passed away.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. You remember him as a comedian, Doc?
I do.
Not enough laughter in the world, Doc.
Never is.
Yeah. Although by your attitude, I really could tell. That's sort of a snide way of saying you're not funny. I just thought I'd explain that for you.
A friend of mine is an amazing painter, and her paintings are always just filled with this ethereal glow. And I finally figured out what she was doing to get that effect. She's underpainting with fluorescent hot pink and yellow.
Yeah.
And paint washes over it to get the colors. Like, oh,
yeah, I could see that.
That's so sneaky. But I'm on to your little trick now. But I don't paint that way. I mean, I don't do washes and I don't do glazing. So
I don't. Why? Okay. It's just like, wow, I will not change.
Rex, I'm an impressionist painter. We don't do that.
Oh my God, that went out like 2 centuries ago.
No,
how is that innovative?
And you know what? I can prove that it didn't. You ready? Because I'm still doing it. And so are the thousands of other impressionists, tens of thousands of us.
I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. And that will never be a huge movement in painting ever again. So what is
it? Is still, if you look up, what are the best-selling forms of art? Expressionism.
Oh, so it's about the money. It's about the money.
Here we go. Which metric would you like to use then?
I'm just trying to track with you, Doc. That's all.
Number of people doing it? Check. Money it makes? Check. Popularity? Check. What other metric would you like to use?
Yeah, we go with the status quo. What does the status quo find fun? Yeah, sheeple. Nothing innovative.
So first it was nobody's doing it, and now it's everybody's doing it. You can't have it both ways, Rex. Which is it?
I don't know. You lost me. It's too early on. Too early to think and debate about said things.
Well, I mean, it's a debate you'll never win because I don't have to be smart. I'm just right.
Yeah, you keep thinking that in your youngness.
I mean, Rex, I work.
Oh, now
I was a curator.
Here's something you might enjoy because you're really into the noir. Check that out.
That doesn't look noir to me.
Now, Doc, why don't you and Rich get along?
I have no earthly idea. Rich ghosted me. No idea why.
Okay, so you're claiming ignorance.
Yeah, I did nothing to him. He had a tiff with Pops. And in this case, Pops was right. He was wrong. But I didn't express that opinion to him. But he ghosted me. I did nothing to him.
Wait, whoa. Now, I'm an old man. I'm your age, okay? What does ghosted mean?
Blocked me from all of his social media.
Oh, okay.
Mrs. Good Stuff says, did I mention I started a YouTube channel? And she drops her link. Well, folks, get over there and give Mrs. Good Stuff a subscribe.
I did.
Right now.
Yes.
Right now. Bam, subscribe. Ring the bell for all notifications. Bam.
Virgil the wrestler passed away too. I did not know that.
All right, Mrs. Good Stuff. I'm in. She's at 49 subscribers. She should easily be at 50, 60 by the time we finish this stream.
Well, I subscribed to her the other day, Doc, so I can't help her out anymore except make her one of my tragic meatloafs and send it to her.
Tragic meatloaf.
Now, here I do have a picture of Doc's rocking chair that he would like to swing on the porch with.
Well, no, that
'Cause
doesn't
he's
look
such-
comfortable at all. It doesn't look fun.
Oh, Doc, I forgot you were there.
You can't even do a Southern accent right. Jesus.
Well, I didn't put that much thought. You know, I major on what's important and not, trivialities, Doc.
So, in your opinion, nothing is important.
There's a few things that's important. No, I wouldn't quite. You had me up to that, absolute everything thing. Yeah. Ooh. Talk to text makes me sound like an idiot. That rocking chair.
You know what? I actually understood what you were saying, Nikki, so it's cool. That rocking chair is Keith Richards.
It did look highly uncomfortable. I'll give you that. But you didn't even mention the death motif, the skeletal.
I didn't care. It looked uncomfortable. If it was a comfy skeleton, I might be, yeah, that's cool. But no, it looked uncomfortable. Therefore, no.
A comfy skeleton. A comfy skeleton.
No deal. No deal. Rex, I still have the, let's see. Oh, God. There's my note to myself that I forgot yesterday.
Again, write it down. You
I
won't
wrote it
forget
down and
about
still forgot. Wrote it down and still forgot.
These are the Star Wars action figures I want.
That's funny right there. I don't care who you are.
What a great chair. It was even, if it was ever stolen, could totally be retrieved via dental records. That's true. Leave it to she thinks like no one I've ever met,
Well, insanity runs in their family. And they're comfortable.
Oh, wow. But go subscribe anyway.
They're comfortable with it.
Oh, this guy said, I really am stoked. And I read it as I really am stroked. Randolph Mantooth. Now, I actually know who that is. Do you know who Randolph Mantooth is?
I know the name.
He was in Emergency. There's
yes, Lord.
Can you imagine having a name Randolph Mantooth?
Johnny Gage and Roy DeSoto. I remember.
Trauma works wonders in your thoughts. I highly recommend it. What are your thoughts on childbirth, Mrs. Good Stuff? We were talking childbirth, leap year babies earlier. You've had children. You went through the experience. Any thoughts? Now, I don't remember this one at all. This is an interesting cover, Doc. Out drinking with a saber tooth?
I mean, that's Wolverine is not a character I've ever cared about very much.
Yeah.
So
Again,
chances are I would not have been familiar with it.
and I'm sure there's people that go to the movies and say, yeah, Star Wars is not my thing. One of the biggest things out there, Doc, it may not be your thing, but you have to acknowledge the popularity of Wolverine. I think he's vastly overused, and they should not have
I
told
never
his
said he
origin.
wasn't popular. Why are you coming at me with that? I just said
I'm
he wasn't
not.
popular.
I'm not. I'm just, never got to have the full birthing experience. Oh, but spinal injections are trippy. Again, highly recommended.
Yeah, he's definitely been overexploited.
And he's not the only one. Batman.
Oh yeah.
There's just
Well, remember for a while in the 90s, it was all dark and gritty. So it was Lobo and it was Wolverine and it was the dark Batman and blah, 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 blah. I like heroic heroes.
like Superman.
Like Captain America. Like Thor. And I don't mind if they have issues like Iron Man, Demon in a Bottle. I don't mind any of that. Just
or like, I need to pay his rent, right?
Right. Spider-Man.
That makes them relatable, doesn't it?
Yeah, I did never understand why, Peter Parker was always struggling for money, because he could have at any point gone to Tony Stark and said, hey, my real name is Peter Parker and we're going to get evicted if blah, blah, blah. And he would have just hooked him up. Iron Man would have hooked him up. Just saying. How can you be that smart and not think that? You have not because you ask not.
Again, using words. I miss Saturday morning cartoons. I'm just saying.
You can take that Herbie the Robot and just shove him straight up your rectum.
Yeah, I mean,
I was terrified both times, Chris. But once they gave me the spinal, I was talking about Disney World and telling the anesthesiologist he was so cool and I loved him.
I am the least material woman.
Maternal woman.
Oh, maternal. Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
She might be material. I tell you, I'm not a morning person, Doc. All I want to do is lay in bed and have sex.
Rex.
Billy Power Max in the house. How's it going, Billy?
What a thing to walk in on, Billy. I'm sorry.
There's Godzilla and Godzuki. Herbie the Robot, Godzuki, and K9 from Doctor Who should absolutely form a team and fight crime.
Scrappy Doo needs to die also.
Scrappy Doo could join. All the favorites.
They need to die. They need to die.
You know what, Doc? Really, we should do a comic with Scrappy Doo look-alike and a Godzuki and a Herbie the Robot and a K9 robot, and then add a few other loser characters and actually try and make them popular. What do you think?
I would throw up with every panel. I just couldn't deal with it.
Good grief, Rex. They have meds for that. Yes, but I'm off them and I don't want to use them. Do not get off on medications. It's my final word. Yeah, I'm gonna. Ba-dum.
The first time I said, oh. Let's see.
What are you looking at, Doc? What are you trying to figure out?
I'm home shopping.
What are you shopping for? Art supplies?
A home.
Oh, you're home shopping. Home shopping.
Yes. Yes.
You're wanting to move.
Yes.
My God, I don't want to move ever again. Maybe once into my home, and that would be it for more space. But moving is just not a good thing, bro. To uproot yourself every few years. I've done it way too often. And have no desire to do it again. I have too much stuff, Doc. I probably need to slowly eliminate said stuff from my life. Oh, cool. And I actually have one of these, Doc. Wow, now I know where it came from. The Twilight Zone on the bottom. I actually have that mini comic. 18 mini comics for 98 cents. Wow. That's cool. And it's like an ear mint shape. So, you'd think it'd be worth a lot, but I'm not sure that it is. Never seen those before where they're packaged up. Or if I have, it was as a kid. I'm not having sex with you, Rex. Stop being wired. Mm-hmm. Nobody asked you to, Billy. Have you seen this cover, Doc? I'm just wondering, this old Neil Adams classic.
No. I was also never a DC guy, so,
I think they're alluding to the crucifixion on that cover, Doc.
They are, and also something I'm not keen on.
You're not keen on?
Correct.
Something you're not keen on.
Yes. Pop culture.
What would that be?
Pop culture figures emulating Christ. Not keen on it.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Be right back.
Okay. Oh, wow. These are neat. These are cupcakes. Isn't that wild? Although I don't know if I want to eat a cactus or not. Or something that looks like a cactus. So what does everyone have planned for their day in the sun today? Oh, there you go. Mark Hamill says hashtag too soon. So funny. And Marshall that posted that said apologies to Mark Hamill for my annual insensitivity on National Toast Day. Hashtag National Toast Day. Is today National Toast Day? Surely not. Let's see. When did he post that? 2 hours ago. So maybe today is National Toast Day. It only comes around every 4 years. That's sad. Well, I hope you get some hummingbirds to come around. Get some good response to your efforts. There's a few hummingbirds around here, but my mother had some about a 5-minute drive away from me. I'm sure they probably are around. I just don't have a lot of flowers or anything they can get nectar, to attract them. I don't know, that I would want a bunch of them in around. Uh, my yard because they are aggressive birds, fly around and I do occasionally have a bat. Yeah, that's a dope piece. Look at that. Little reflection in the water. That's cool. Judge Dredd piece. I like that. Six months out of the year. Do they stay about half the year, Nikki? Oh, you have one tattooed on your arm. So Nikki told me her little thing, since I have a burst through cover on, I don't know, what do you call that? I call it a burst through cover where they burst through the cover. Might have to do like a team homage to this burst through cover or something, where Bog or Enterman or some other characters are bursting through with Devil Fly or something at some point. I don't know. Won't be anytime soon since we have a burst through cover on the first campaign here. We're here for March till almost October, and then they go south, where it's warmer before it turns cold. Yeah, it's probably too cold to carry for hummingbirds. When I see a cover like that, it's like, yeah, okay, bookmark that for future reference. You have artists asking you things like, do you have a reference of kind of what you have in mind? And it's like, yes, I do. Here you go. This is kind of my ideal or someone else's ideal, and I'm just ripping it off. I try not to be that way. Oh, this reminds SWAT Cats. Remember SWAT Cats?
No.
That's what they were called on Cartoon Network.
Oh,
you probably
Jesus.
never watched many cartoons as a kid, did you, Doc?
I watched a lot of them, yes.
You did? What?
But what I didn't watch were the dumb ones.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Yeah, oh yeah, man. The Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show, 3 hours long. You couldn't scare me off. The Sid and Marty Krofft Super Show. Some of the Hanna-Barbera stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I watched cartoons, Rags. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Meanwhile, back at, what was it? The Legion of Doom.
Meanwhile, back at the hotel. So there's more heavy machinery, and this one I'm glad to see. The backyard neighbor, whose giant 3 oak trees that shared one root ball that destroyed my shed and the east side of my fence, I paid to have all that cleaned up, except for the stump that's on his side and straddling my fence line, so I can't put my fence back up. He's back there grinding that stump and tearing that out.
Do you have a problem with that? That's kind of a crucifixion scene for Swamp Thing.
Yeah, it's an X. So it's not trying to emulate Christ.
Okay. Well, Doc,
You
I don't know if you noticed it, but I had you do kind of a crucifixion scene where a bystander is caught in the web.
there's no cross anywhere in that.
Well, no, and really, cross is kind of a mistranslation. Cross is like
Oh Lord, here we go.
it means state. State.
No, he
So
wasn't
his
put on a
arms
stake.
definitely could have been above him, huh?
No, he wasn't put on a stake.
No. Okay. All right. Messing with your theology. Got
That's the
one way and
Jehovah's
only one
Witness
way.
thing. They'll tell you that the cross
Oh,
is
is it? I did not know.
Yes,
Okay.
that he was
All right.
crucified on a quote unquote torture stake, no reference of which exists anywhere in history. And
Torture
they'll try to
stake.
Oh, you gonna let me finish?
Is
And,
that just a stake?
So they would say, there were only 2 nails, one through his hands above his head and one through his feet. So that's when you take them over and you take them to where Thomas says, unless I see the place where the nails, plural, pierced his hands.
Right. I don't believe that at all. No.
What in the world is that thing?
I'm playing my violin for you. This is a violin mantis.
Exactly right, Nikki. Exactly.
Well, what I'm saying, Doc, is he could have his hands above his head and they could put one in both wrists. That if you put it in the palm of the hand, you've broken a bone and cry, and Jesus is not Lord.
What?
The Messiah's bones were not broken, right? If Christ breaks a bone, he's not Christ.
Not a bone of him shall be broken. Correct.
Exactly. So you can't put the nail, the spike through his.
So where the nails went through is between the ulna and the radius at the distal aspect of the forearm, which is still part of what was called the hand back in the day.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Yeah.
However,
and the wrist.
They were not above his head and driven with a single nail. That's a Jehovah's Witness theology.
Okay, Doc. Even though when you translate it out, it does say state and not cross.
No, it most assuredly does not.
Okay. All right. Anyway, I just put that out, and it wouldn't have been a single nail through his feet. Again, if it's the top of the feet, like in Catholicism, pictured in Catholicism, that breaks bones. It would be behind the ankle bone, between the bones.
Lord, help him.
Which the that's all right if you want to believe in the crucifix or the stake. It doesn't matter to me. Just see you, Mrs. G.
Matter to me since the word says what the word
Finer
says.
Points of Crucifixion with your host Rex Christian. Yes. Well, I'm just pike is a pike on an X, and an X is a cross is on a freaking cross, right?
Rex, none of what you just read resembles what she wrote.
A pike is a pike on
an X is an X, and a cross is a freaking cross.
Okay. All right. Maybe the eyesight's going to. This is a baby General Grievous. Yes.
What?
That is a baby General Grievous.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, General Grievous was in Star Wars.
Yes, I know. I'm aware.
Maybe she's trying to get us off crucifixion.
Yes, we should get off of Christian discussions.
Yeah, I mean, how long have you
drive around in gangs and beat up the holiness?
How long have you had your hatred to Jehovah's Witnesses? By the way, you don't have to answer.
I hate false. I hate false theology, just as Paul did, Peter did, James did, Christ did.
Yeah.
Nikki says, historically, there's never been any conflict or war fought over theology, has there? Oh, my goodness.
There
Rex,
you
did
go,
you
Doc. There you go. There's you some insects, camouflage insects.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen any. I mean, isn't that amazing that they look like leaves?
Yeah, I've never seen those in real life, but then again, I could have walked by a million of them and never seen them.
Right. Yeah. It's just amazing the life that's in the world. That's the varied, I mean, that does look like a leaf and it does camouflage them from danger, right? And so there's a connection between one organic thing, a leaf, and then you're saying that evolved separately. I don't see it. I see the God having fun with his creation. Oh. Oh, okay. That's Mel Brooks' History of the World. I have not seen that in a long time. The one thing I remember about that is the long tongue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Many wars. Yeah. Whatever the subject is, may find contention, you know, with it. But there are some hot topics for sure.
Oh, that's a good one. Saving that one.
Doc having a meltdown after his morning coffee.
I don't have meltdown, sir.
I'll start calling you an SJW and see how you respond.
Okay.
Remember men, folks? Remember tough men? Men, when men were men and women were.
Because
Yeah,
I are one.
yeah, don't lose your hair over it.
Cigar smoking, coffee swilling, two-fisted, hairy knuckle, punch him in the mouth kind of man.
Sure, let's go with that. Cabbage tree moth caterpillars. My gosh, there are some scary things out there.
Nikki says she's married to a 285-pound Marine. Yes, I know what a man is. Simplify.
Oh, wow.
See, those are the heavy metal caterpillars. That's what they are.
Yeah, those are big things, man. Big as a finger.
Awesome. I wonder if they make good fishing bait.
Maybe. I mean, I've tried caterpillars before, but no, never had luck with them. But they might give off a little deterrent, where fish wouldn't like them. I don't know. But that's tree moth caterpillars. Never seen those before. I certainly want to pick, some of that stuff has defensive things. I certainly wouldn't want to just pick one up.
Rex, when you were a very young man, who was your pop culture crush?
Pop culture, Boy George.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Didn't see that one coming, did you? There you go, Maxwell Shadow. Mean the Merciless and John Cleese. I don't get it either. And then you get butterflies. That's cool. Now is he like buff or is that like
Are you really going to ask her if her husband's fat? Is that what you were about to do, Rex? Jeez.
I stopped short. Okay, I stopped short.
Rex. Jesus.
I crush. I don't know, man. I'd have to think back. I don't know.
I mean, I thought
Yeah.
Christy McNichol was cute. Of course, Farrah.
Yeah. Look at that moth there with the skull on the back of it.
Death's Head moth.
Huh?
It's a metal insect.
Yeah.
Nikki says, Mr. Longfellow is a big guy. He's got a tummy, but the rest of him is solid.
There you go. There you go. I could very well see that. Wow. Yep, the insects are going to be coming out pretty soon, Doc.
Yep, I don't mind
Mosquitoes, moths. Yeah, I don't either. I'm just waiting for spring to get here. Down here, we're supposed to have a double hatching of cicadas. They're already starting.
Yep.
They are so loud. Yeah. They can get real loud.
There's the every 4-year cicadas and the every 17-year cicadas, and they're going to both happen this year. And I love the sound of cicadas.
It's loud. They can get
peaceful.
so loud.
Peaceful. Crickets, cicadas, frogs, all doing their thing at night. It's so peaceful.
No.
Yeah.
Sometimes talking to you like Doc is like
listening to a smarter version of you.
Yeah. If you ever do get to go back to the 80s,
you'd never see me again.
I would probably take me with you.
You do what?
I would probably say take me with you. Now, would you want to go back to the 80s if you were your age now?
Either way.
Or would you want to be younger? Yeah.
But I'll take whatever I can get. Just take me back there now.
Mm-hmm. Doc shows up like, yeah, let's take on the 80s.
I make sure I damn sure invested in some things.
What would you invest in if you went back to the 80s? Walmart?
I would probably buy some Walmart. I would definitely buy Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
I would buy AT&T. She says condoms, Walmart, and tech. But yeah, I would do all that. And hell, here we go. And I would learn how to say no.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's essential. That's definitely an essential learn. I mean,
Yeah,
you would think,
when a crazy woman says
women,
we should get married, I would say no.
right?
You want to go out? No, not with you.
Condoms, Walmart, and tech.
Already read that, right?
Nikki says, yeah. Well, I was just mulling it over, Doc. I was just mulling it over, Doc. No need to, one thing to say to you.
Suck it, loser.
I did send that to you, by the way.
Cool.
So you can incorporate that into my next trailer.
I need breakfast. I haven't had it yet.
Oh, yeah. Doc gets cranky without his breakfast. I don't know that many people that,
I am who I am. I do not deviate for anyone, sir.
Oh, wow. I did not know this. Peak television was when the X-Files did an episode about cockroaches. They had cockroach run across the screen like it was in your house about to kill you. That's awesome. That's innovative. That's like the dancing hare in that cartoon. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy stops his performance and goes over there and plucks it.
Yes, yeah.
I never watched X-Files, but that would be cool to, be watching that, talking about cockroaches or something, and then see a cockroach go across the screen there. That's innovative, man. That's thinking out of the box, man. Huh? I bet you had some viewers freak out at that point, not knowing that was just done that way. It's awesome. That's thinking out of the box, my friend. I feel like that's what we need to do in comics. And so many people are not doing that. Are you going to get you something to eat, Doc?
I don't know if there's anything in there I feel like messing with.
Yeah.
Might just do a spoonful of peanut butter.
Well, now that's always good for your, blood sugar for sure.
Blood sugar is not an issue.
Well, I did not know Dynamite did Space Ghost. That's pretty cool. It looks like a Jay Lee cover. It probably is a Jay Lee cover. How dope is that?
Very cool.
Yeah, I need that comic book in my life. Actually, Alex Toth that designed Space Ghost for Hanna-Barbera did not like the design of the character. And when you look at those superhero cartoons that came out in the 60s, they really didn't do a lot of them, Doc.
It's his prerogative to like it or not like it, I suppose.
Right. Yeah, I mean a lot of those like Birdman and everything, they really didn't do, or Herculoids, they didn't do a lot of episodes actually on those runs, which is pretty sad.
Right. I
I
still look
almost wish
for,
that they
I
did
still look
more.
forward to them.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, they were some of the best ever done, but they just didn't do enough of them, really.
Right.
Doc and his peanut butter.
Did you think Tila was hot?
I don't even know who that was, Doc.
Herculoids. Or Thunder the Barbarian. The chick.
No, it was a cartoon, Doc. Don't be weird about it.
I thought she was hot.
You know, Doc be like,
Don't try to sum me up, sir. You don't have the vocabulary for it.
I didn't. I just said Doc be like, and I put this up on the screen.
You know, I am who I am.
Yeah.
I am's what I am, and that's all.
I
that
like
am.
I like when they depict, Wolverine or the Thing, smoking a cigar or something,
Yep, yep.
Although I've never seen a character like dragging on a bong or anything.
Give them time.
Well, I guess Furry Freak Brothers or some,
Give them time, sir. They'll do it.
Oh wow, electric clams. We were talking about. I'm thinking about sending Nikki that clam drawing. Um, Here's electric clams. She said that there's nothing wrong with a little clam.
Ugh.
Shock
The
your
chat,
prey into submission and then eat them, right? Whoa,
yeah,
look at that thing. Feed me, Seymour.
the chat has died. What happened to the chat?
No, Doc. You tell me.
What have you done, Rex? What have you done?
Well, we were down to 4 people. Now we're up to 7. So we must be doing something right?
I never
Maybe.
know about these things.
Yeah.
I never know.
Above your pay grade, is it? Now, see, I like this because it's least artistic. It's okay.
What makes it artistic?
It's not your standard stay within the lines, It actually shows it acknowledges the art and the character.
Uh-huh.
Is that what clams and hell look like? Yeah. I'm watching Scrabattle. Okay. Does that mean you're Tree Goblin? You're watching a rerun? He's not doing Scrabattle right now, is he?
No, it was last night's Scribble.
Here you go, Doc. That would be my day.
That's funny.
Yeah, but it never happened. He can't tear his suit unless if it's made of Kryptonian thread. Now, if it's just made out of regular cloth, he could do that. Don't say I didn't show you.
Bless you.
Thank you. It's on light. What does that mean, Tree? It's on light.
Scribble comes on late for him. He's in the UK.
Oh, okay. Last known photo of Jim Morrison, lead singer of The Doors, taken on June 28, 1971. Morrison would pass away 5 days later on July 3rd in his Paris home from heart failure at age 27. Age 27. Wow. Too young to die, Doc. But then I guess at any age, you could say that. Doc, can you tell me what this is? Is this a chinchilla? What is this? What is that thing?
I don't know. Could be a chinchilla.
My guess would be chinchilla, but I'm not sure.
Nor am I, sir.
Yeah. Guarantee you it has buck teeth and it's a rodent. Most of the animal kingdom is rodentia related. The caption only said nature's softest round boy. Doc, have you ever tried mushrooms?
The psychedelic kind, no. The edible kind, sure.
Okay. You like mushrooms on your pizza?
Sometimes.
Certain mushrooms, they say, are beneficial for you, but I'm a little suspect about that.
Thank God dude's taking a break on the equipment out there.
Oh, that's a chinchilla. Makes me want a coat. Chinchilla. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. That's we're micro zooming into a cup of coffee. Of course, it may look a little different on Copy at theater, but we'll try it anyway. And now, as we enter the surface of Mars, you can just go back, stare into your coffee all day long, back and forth, back and forth. It's kind of like gaming, you know, waste of time, Doc, a waste of time.
Everything's a waste of time. If you think about it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I can think of a few things, Doc, that, you know, I can think of a few things that might not be a waste of time.
The question is always, what else could I be doing right now?
Yes.
You've already told us what you'd rather be doing, so.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Now there's some talent, Doc.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's like putting your dishwasher on in cycle.
Lord, I thought that dude was
Oh,
taking a break on the equipment out there.
Robert Geronimo. He's doing Stations of the Cross. I don't know if you saw that. He was actually on his third one the other night, doing like Christ carrying the cross, or he wasn't the only one. There was another artist on doing a version of that too. He was depicting the Stations of the Cross, maybe on like trading card size. I don't know. It was kind of interesting. I'll have to go back and watch that.
Pardon me.
You are pardoned.
Nikki has to leave. She says, thank you very much. I must go make some breakfast and make some phone calls. Have a good day, everyone. You too,
Well, at least,
Nikki. Always great
at least
to see
Nikki, you don't have to clean this mess up.
Oh, Lord help.
Speaking of phone calls, Doc, I was actually noodling on my phone earlier before I started this stream, and was yesterday I'd sent out some emails about, hitting a stretch goal on the comics to some people, and some people that I've not talked to. Like I did some people I went to high school with, and other friends. And I actually heard from a couple of friends I haven't heard from. It's like, happy birthday, don't hear from them. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, blah, blah, blah. But I put something about the success of the campaign, and they're like, oh, I'm so proud of you. It's good. I got them to respond to that.
Yeah, you've got to be using your Facebook in your marketing, Rex. You're not doing it, and you're leaving a market untapped. I know this because that's where all my military friends are. And they were all freaked out that I had a campaign in the comic book out, and they all backed it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I am. So what? You just send out messages on your Facebook? I mean,
You just post your campaign.
Yeah.
Talk about what you're doing. People go, I didn't know you did comic books. Cool. Can I get one?
Well, see, people that went to high school with me, they know that I,
They didn't
was
know
always
about your
into
campaign.
comics. Huh?
Yeah, but they didn't know about your campaign unless you tell them.
Right.
All right, Rex. I got to do something about this hunger. I'm going to go get a spoonful of peanut butter. I'll be right back.
Spoonful of sugar mixing. What's on your mind? Okay, so I'll post that. What's on my mind over on Facebook. There's the link. I didn't put any text with it. I just put it up there. Devil Flyer. Yeah. Then I could say my new comic, right? Comic book. Do you read? What's that? The new it's trying to put in the comic book trade up project. No. My new comic. Quit trying to insert words where they don't go. Now I can't even spell. Okay, comic book. I'm not doing a search. I'm just trying to create a post. What the hell? Why does it have to be so difficult? There. My new comic book. Right about there. Yes, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Annette. Her birthday today, I believe. Annette Upton. I graduated with her. Of course, Upton is her married name. Lives in Egypt, Arkansas. Let's see what it says on post today. It should say that today. I've been sending her birthday things for a couple days now. Mike Barron tagged you in a post in the comics and novels of Mike Barron. Oh, cool. Thank you, Mike Barron, for that. Doc's right. I do need to do more on Facebook. A lot of the indie, YouTube crowd actually do follow me over there. I think I only have like 223 people or something that have friended me. I need to get back with my daughter.
Facebook is where I sold the lion's share of my paintings.
Yeah. Well,
Good
you
way to
are
market.
correct. You are correct. I need to respond to my daughter. What do I say? She says, "How are things with you?" What should I say? That kind of stumped me.
That's Rex. That's a very easy question to answer. You start with, "It is so good to hear from you." Well, here's what's going on with me. How are
Okay.
things with
Well,
you?
she asked me that February 8th, and I haven't responded yet.
I apologize it's taken so long to respond. I just saw it.
Yeah.
I mean, Rex, it's not rocket science.
Apologize is a big word. How do you spell it?
Oh, Lord.
I've got it, Doc. Don't you worry your sweet little tender head about it.
Timothy Olson in the house. Hello, Timothy.
Hey, Timothy. Break it down. I apologize. Like you have polo.
Good Lord have mercy. It's like playing cards with my sister's kids.
I would never do that now.
You have a sister? Hello?
I do have a sister now, yep.
So you would never play cards with your niece and nephews?
Oh, God. My God, if you're going to call me out on every little thing, Doc, it's just so tiresome.
That's what I'm here for, Rex. That's what I do.
Isn't that the truth? So tiresome. Like being a paint bucket. Oh, here you go. In the forest of Central and South America, the Honduran white bat strategically removes veins of the leaves, which the leaf folds down to make a tent, avoiding the midday sun, rain, and predation. That's smart. Wow. You even get to hear. Well, obviously they have to hide because they're racist.
Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord.
I did not know there was a white bat. I love the little tips, Doc.
Uh-huh.
The little tips that people put on there. There's tips and tricks on there. Very helpful.
What are you calling? I mean, what? What?
All kinds of things. All kinds of helpful tricks and tips, to make life easier.
Where? What? What are we talking about?
On Twitter.
Timothy, I will always call out bad grammar. English is a dying language. English is a
Here
dying
you go, Doc.
English is a dying language. Don't contribute to its murder.
A thing called karma. Oh. Yes,
Timothy.
That was brought to you by
Timothy. Case in point, it's not specially mine; it's especially mine.
Oh my God!
Jeez.
Grammar Nazi confirmed.
Your writers. Hello. Jeez.
Hello, like you're knocking on a block. Yeah, especially. Mm-hmm.
There you go. See?
Yeah. So hoping you don't wind up slapped by a bunch of cows and then a bunch of poo.
I was raised by two educators. I didn't have a chance of getting
Dumb and Dumber.
Did you just call my parents dumb? Rex?
No, I shouldn't have brought in,
Did you mean to call my
before you finished your story? Didn't know you were talking about your parents.
Yeah, I see why you need an editor. I mean, if you pay me, I'll edit your book. I'm not free, but I'm a damn good editor. Fix grammar boo-boos, punctuation boo-boos, continuity errors, and other.
Okay, Doc, what is your background in editing? I mean, that you feel qualified to be an editor.
Well, I was the editor-in-chief of Fusion Press in the 90s. I am a published writer. Now, granted, they were all academic papers, but that counts.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not satisfied with my work, you don't have to pay me, but you don't get to use my corrections either.
Yeah.
And if you'd read Pariah Blood and Mud, you would know I can write. But you haven't, have you?
I've heard you say enough. Read to me enough.
You haven't read the book.
It's beside the point. We're talking about, I have heard you read to me certain things that you've written, and they're very good, Doc.
Well, thank you.
So I have no doubt that I will like Pariah Blood and Mud. No doubt.
I mean, you'll never know until you read it.
True. I'm sorry.
Hail, Stephen B. Good to see you.
All right, a little Julie Newmar. Might as well end on a high note.
Julie, she's so lovely.
Hey, Stephen. All right, Doc, what are you going to do on Leap Day for the rest of Leap Day? Go get some more peanut butter? Or?
No, I didn't eat peanut butter. I just carved off a slice of cheese off a block of cheddar and
put it on. Now there you go. That's what I need in my life. I need some sharp cheddar.
And I put it on a cracker and I ate it with a cup of coffee.
There you go. Don't go anywhere, Doc. Don't go anywhere. If you smell what the Doc is cooking. Anyway, everyone have a wonderful day. We'll see you back here on the 4 o'clock shadow, 4 o'clock shadow on Leap Day.
Peace out.
Don't you go anywhere, Doc. End of February. Woo! Keep collecting.